so many predictions, my goodness. Hey, what's up everyone? As you know, this masterpiece is made by me, and you will be looking at my fan art for Total Drama Reboot Season 3, and I'm going to share with you my predictions for Total Drama Reboot Season 3. Even though I'm not sure there's going to be a Reboot Season 3 coming out, but hopefully we'll get that. My prediction is that Julia hair will grow a little bit longer. Like, her hair, it's not gonna look as long as it usually does, but it's gonna look more like, in a bun. I know, I couldn't do her hair in a bun, but I just gave Julia long hair for some reason. Shell and Julia have a rivalry in my Season 2 Reboot AU. And in my Season 3 Reboot AU, their rivalry will continue. However, in a new season reboot, Season 3, we never got to see their rivalry, and I really want to see more of Michelle and Julia. I want to see them have a rivalry. That would be cool. Then it's just that we never got to see that in Season 1 reboot or in the Season 2 reboot. It would be pretty nice to see that, pretty cool. So I think that Michelle and Julia are going to have beef in the next new season. And then Michelle is going to stand up for herself and for everyone against Julia. She's going to be more of the hero of the reboot Season 3. And Julia is going to be the villain of the reboot Season 3. I mean, well, she can't be antagonist again, because Julia was already an antagonist in the reboot Season 1 and 2. So she can't play the role of antagonist. But she can act more like how Heather was in Season 3, which would be interesting to see. It will also be nice to have MK and Julia be friends and have a new antagonist, like a whole new character in the show. Like maybe James from the Adventure Camp. It would be nice to see him in the season. I know he's not in the Total Drama show. I know this Adventure Camp is fan-made and the character is fan-made, but it would be nice to see him this season. And I think also that James would have manipulated the contestants by pretending to be a loyal ally, just like he did in this Adventure Camp. And by being charming towards characters like Emma, Priya, Millie, and even Michelle, just adore her off her game. But James is no Alejandro, right? We can't have two Alejandros. Of course, Alejandro has to be in this season. All the reboot cast, new contestant, and then some of the OG cast. Courtney, Duncan, Alejandro, Heather, Gwen, Bridget, Zoe, Lashana, Lindsay, Jasmine, Sean, Cody, Sierra, Owen, and even Ella, Trent, Cody, Amy, and even Scott and Dawn. Of course, Ella's perfect for this season. Her character loves singing after all. And who doesn't love to sing? I love singing. Of course, I would still want Duncan and Alejandro to have a rivalry to continue. I would still want them to be frenemies. And even though the two didn't trust each other. So those are the cast members I would have included if I created the new reboot Season 3. And those are the cast members I think they should include. Courtney and Duncan should have new character arcs, character development, and then they should have a new dynamic. And then the two should become a couple again. And DJ, how can I forget about DJ? Of course DJ, his character can compete. His character should become strong and bold and brave. That's character development he should have in this season. And Courtney and Julia should form an alliance, and they should become a duo. But of course, they should make it so that Courtney gets jealous of Julia when Julia wins a challenge and thinks that she's too powerful for an ally. They would be fun to watch in their alliance, and they should also work together to get the revenge on two characters. I don't know who the characters would have been, but it would have been cool to see. Caleb and Priya would have made it far. Yeah, definitely. But with James in the way, I can't see Priya going that far into the competition. I can see her finding things out and then James doing something to make Priya go home. You know what would also be cool? Having Priya and Julia be on the same team and having them have a rivalry as well. I think that would make for a perfect season. And James can outsmart Julia and the rest of the contestants. James would have played it nice at first. Like nobody saw it coming. Emma and Chase would also have gotten back together due to Chase apologizing for his big mistakes. But after this one, Emma would have went home. Julia and Priya could be on the team. Courtney could be on a team called Team Amazon with Cody, Heather, and Sierra, and Gwen, and Caleb, and Millie, and Damien. I can see Trenton and Gwen getting back together in this new season as well. And the OG cast, having the OG cast interact with the cast was just a good idea. Like, have Julia interact with Heather, have them have a rivalry as well. In fact, have the show race to the finish line, have Julia win trophies, have the show beat Julia in a rapping competition, have the final 3 and 1 winner, Heather, Julia, and James. But only one contestant can win, and my prediction is, I actually don't know, I think it would either be Heather, Julia or James winning. But James would have won anyways. Julia would have outsmarted him due to her intelligence though, so she probably would have won. Julia knows how to manipulate people. Julia and James can have a rivalry, but they also can have crushes on each other. I know, that's a bit of a twist. I know that this venture can't happen, but this is an alternate universe where season 3 reboot could be possible. James and Julia could be a new owl header of the season. This season could be full of so much drama. I could see them James and Julia teaming up to get rid of Alejandro. But I could see James betraying Julia, or Julia betraying James. I could see it going both ways. James would ask Julia to form an alliance, but Julia wouldn't agree to it due to her mistrust for him. She would try to warn other players, but they wouldn't believe her because Julia is manipulative. I would love to hear the reboot cast sing. I could see James tripping Courtney, sabotaging the other team's challenge, the other team's win for the challenge. I just know that he would have made the challenges harder for the other teams. Julia would have gotten jealous of James' win, and James would have flirted with her. Julia would have denied her feelings for him. Yes, I'm in a shipping world right now. It would be nice to hear about the OG contestants' present life. Like, maybe Courtney's a lawyer now. I know a lot of people ship Julia and Wayne. I'm a multiple shipper, so I ship Julia and Wayne and Julia and James. I also ship Dunkney and a little bit of Scottney. I think Lauren and Damien will actually become friends. I have a theory that Lauren might have a crush on Damien, but I kind of doubt it. After saving Damien, Lauren and Damien become great friends. And of course, I could see Chase trying to make things up with Emma, but Emma not wanting to. The two ending up on the same team. And then I could see a dynamic happening between the two, character development. Then Emma and Chase eventually start to get along, and the show gloats about how great she is in challenges, just like she did in season 2. Julia, of course, gets mad that Michelle won, and she wants to win. Shauna and Michelle become great friends. Owen and Wayne also become great friends. And I think that a new character played a villain of the season very well. And Julia would have had an arc that made her strong. It would be nice to see different challenges. But one of my favorite challenges of World Tour was the wedding challenge. And I think that it would be nice to see James carry Julia in a wedding dress. Oh, also Blaney should be in a season. Stephanie from the Douglas race. Maybe Alejandro, Blaney, Stephanie could be a powerful alliance. Owen and Wayne Watch could be buddies. It will also be good to see Lauren and Damien become an actual couple. I do ship them. It would be nice to see Damien develop feelings for Lauren. But at first he gets freaked out because of her. Then they start getting along from there. Well, those are all my predictions for season 3 reboot of Total Drama. New challenges, new location, new rivalries, new drama. I know that Heather and Bowie would have had one. Well, those are all my predictions for Total Drama Reboot Season 3. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.